Okay, now we're live. Okay, good, 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 good. Well, hi, campers. Renee Brooks from Black Girl Lost Keys. So glad to be here. I'm really grateful. The session that I picked was talking about the minimum clean. And I like talking about cleaning, not because, like, believe it or not, um, cleaning isn't one of my favorite things to do. Like, I grew up with a super messy room. Um, in fact, I spent a lot of time grounded over that messy room because it drove my mother crazy. But as I got older, clutter started to make me feel really anxious, and I needed to find a way to clean that was going to work with my executive function. So I kind of invented the idea of minimum clean for myself so that I wouldn't feel so anxious over the state of things all the time. Um, it's pretty easy concept. You'll notice, like, when, for instance, when people come to your home, or when you want to, I don't know, take photographs because you don't want people to see your house messy, like, there's a certain appearance you want it to have, right? um that's kind of more of a perfection kind of thing, where you want it to look really good. Minimum clean's not about that. Minimum clean is about three things. You want it to be safe, you want it to be sanitary, and you want to be able to find your stuff. So safe, sanitary, stuff, three S's, right? So safe, you need to keep the walkways clear. You need to keep sharp objects in a place where sharp objects won't stab you. Spills you need to mop up. Things like that. Like, no liquids near the electric devices. Safety, really important. Um, Sanitary. You need things to not be moldy. You need things to not be dirty. Dishes. It's the reason we wash them. Don't want crusty nasties on them, right? So you have to keep things sanitary. And stuff, you got to be able to find it. Um, Although I will say the unique thing about ADHD that I kind of love is we're able to go, I need that thing. I saw it under the bed 3 days ago. It's off to the right. That's where it is. And look, there and it's there. So six in one hand, half dozen in the other. It doesn't really matter what way you accomplish this. As long as you're meeting those three requirements, you'll be able to function in a way that'll keep things moving for you. And the thing that I like best about sticking to a minimum clean is that it takes the social standard of what a clean room is, and it puts all the power back in your hands, right? So it doesn't matter how your grandmother cleaned, it doesn't matter how your mother cleaned, your father cleaned. You look at the room, the house, whatever, and say, this is how I need it to be in order to be functional for me. It's your space. It doesn't belong to anybody but you and the people you share space with. So you need some agreement and cooperation from them, but no one who's not sharing the space with you, no one who doesn't live in your house should be allowed to have an opinion on what your minimum clean is. It belongs to you. So, in order to keep that going, you need to, again, ask yourself, what's going to keep you safe? What's going to keep you sanitary? What's going to keep you able to find your stuff? For me, one of the best organizing tips that I ever got, like, it was from a teen or organizing book, and I was an adult, but I figured my understanding of organizing was so basic that I would take the teen version and maybe work my way up to the adults. But one of the things I learned from that book that I took with me the rest of my life was keep things where you use them, because it's so much easier to put them away, right? So I'm in my office. I keep all my makeup in my office. Only place I do makeup in the entire house. The lighting's good, the mirror's here. All of it needs to stay here. It always makes it back to where it's supposed to go. If you keep your medicine in the spice cupboard, keep it in the spice cupboard. There's no right or wrong. And I think that's the main thing that people need to understand about cleaning. You make the rules. It's not, when you are constantly stuck on trying to meet someone else's standard, you're bound to run into frustration. It's like trying to put on someone else's clothes when they're a different size than you. You don't fit them. They're going to be uncomfortable. they might rip. It doesn't work. So do that. Minimum clean is a super duper easy concept to get. I'm not going to belabor the point by continuing to explain it. I really want to discuss it with you. So I'm going to pop into the Discord and we're going to have a chat about how to identify your minimum clean.